Los Ninos de Chapala y Ajijic presents Education, the hope for a better future. Los Ninos de Chapala y Ajijic provides financial support for the educational, nutritional, and social development of children in the communities around Lake Chapala, Jalisco, Mexico. Lake Chapala, the largest natural lake in Mexico, is just a 1-hour drive south of Guadalajara. Lake Chapala has been a vacation spot since the 1700s. Now home to a large population of Canadians and Americans, there is a prosperity not previously experienced. Unfortunately, there is a large group of people left out of this prosperity. A grinding poverty among them makes it difficult to feed and educate their children. Yet, they are joyful, proud, and hard-working people. However, because of poverty, many people eat only once a day. Because of poverty, many children must work to help their families survive. Because of poverty, the average Mexican child is forced to drop out of school after just 4.5 years of education.
Most of the children do not finish high school because financial problems that they might have in their family.
Without an education in the world today, you really have so little future. There's so many things that we can do and help them with.
Over the past 30 years, Los Ninos de Chapala y Ajijic, or NCA, has helped over 1,000 children achieve a better life through education.
The basic purpose of Los Ninos is to provide the funding to enable poor Mexican children to go to school, to stay in school, and hopefully to achieve a higher level of education than their parents.
The NCA scholarship program has helped children in the lakeside communities with primary, secondary, high school, and even university education.
Estoy estudiando en la Universidad de Guadalajara en el Centro Universitario de Ciencias Exactas e Ingeniería.
Edgardo is a computer engineering student in his 8th semester at the University of Guadalajara. He's doing well in school thanks to the support of NCA. Without that help, it would be impossible to go to school.
La verdad me vería imposibilitado de solventar.
Esther and her family are fortunate to live on land owned by her husband and his 3 brothers. There is enough acreage for them to raise animals to feed their families. Even with all the adults and older teenagers working, it's difficult to pay for the educational needs of their children. Alejandro and Marie both have scholarships from Los Ninos de Chapala y Ajijic and are excellent students. Marie is the top math student for all the surrounding schools. Over 90% of donated funds help pay for school, tuition, books, school supplies, and uniforms. Some students also receive financial help for food and medical needs. This charity does not have the high administrative expenses many other groups do. NCA maintains a thrift and craft shop that makes enough to pay for the office staff and the tutors. There are 2 NCA facilities, one in Chapala and one in Ajijic, each with a bilingual staff. They are both drop-in facilities where students can come to use the computers, to do their homework, and to receive tutoring. To keep their scholarships, students must maintain a grade point of 8.0 of a possible 10.0, and the family must prove a documented low income. The group provides tutoring for those who are struggling with grades.
Okay, what she wants to do is help the kids to get more involved with the school, to improve their work. Well, instead of being forced to go to school and to study, she wants them to be involved more with the school. And so they will start doing it by themselves instead of somebody asking them to do their homework.
If the struggling student still cannot maintain the grades, the scholarship is lost and is passed to the next student on the long waiting list. The two NCA facilities are also gathering places for the families of the sponsored students for counseling and other services. At the Chapala facility, Gina explains.
The mothers come and they use the kitchen, they come and help me to clean, and the moms learn English here.
I teach English to the mothers and the children too. It's important that they learn English because they can communicate with the foreigner community.
And are there a lot of foreigners in this area?
Yes, approximately 14,000.
The Board of Directors for Los Ninos de Chapala y Ajijic is mainly made up of American and Canadian volunteers. In the past several years, they have brought a new energy to the organization.
I've been involved with Los Ninos for the last 3.5 years. It's a very important local charity. It's grown to at least 300 kids in the program and nearly 500,000 pesos, which translates to about $50,000 US as our annual budget. And it's been growing at 20 or 30%, maybe more than that every year.
My name is Rick Feldman. I was a CPA. I'm involved in helping companies reorganize, process improvements, system improvements, efficiency. We're kicking off a major change now on our internet. So we're going to use the computers to introduce the children to the internet. We are now collecting the computers, and we get those through donations.
Other local community groups and fundraising activities also help to keep the cash flowing. One local contributor is the outreach program of the St. Andrew's Anglican Church.
In Mexico and Ajijic, the basic average education for a child is 4 years. They are required to go the first 6 years of school by the government, but a lot of times they drop out to help their families earn money, and so it's really important to support the kids so the parents support them in staying in school.
We're very impressed by all their activities, and we think they're just do a super job.
Los Ninos de Chapala y Ajijic also sponsors the education of about 24 children living in a local orphanage, Villa Infantil. Lovingly run by Madre Maria, it operates entirely on volunteer efforts and contributions. Without the support of NCA, these orphaned children would not receive an education. It is the volunteer efforts and the generous donations from people just like you that make this program possible. To become a sponsor or a volunteer, please contact us at 376-766-1688 or write to info@lakesideninos.org. The annual cost of sponsorship varies according to the individual child's level in school. The minimum donation amount we recommend should cover 1/3 to 1/2 the cost of tuition, books, supplies, uniforms, and frequently transportation. The family is expected to provide the balance. If your budget will permit, we urge you to consider increasing the minimum donation. Once a year, we will ask you to renew your donation. At that time, we will also provide you with an update of the progress of your student or students, complete with a new photograph.